Hi friends, I've been waiting for the right time to share this bonus video with you, and it's finally time. I wanted to include you on something that I've been working on with my sister-in-law for probably going on 2 months now. But anyway, my sister-in-law's name is Naomi, and she has a side business called Wolf and Ruby Gems, where she makes all kinds of things. She makes soaps and jewelry and body butters and bath salts and candles and these really gorgeous stained glass sun catchers. Everything she makes is amazing. And so I've always wanted to learn how to make candles. So I approached her on this, and then I remembered about a year ago or so, I'd gone into this shop in Albuquerque, and there was a candle that was roasted green chili scented, and it was so beautiful, but I didn't buy it because it was so expensive. And now I understand why, but at the time I really didn't know what went into it. So I asked my sister-in-law, Naomi, if she could come up with a candle that we could make that smelled like green chili, but that would be a beautiful version of green chili, and that maybe I could sell it to some of my viewers who are green chili lovers like I am. So she accepted the challenge, and it was no easy task. It took several weeks for us to get just the right formula. Wonderful. In fact, we joked quite a bit because neither one of us are good at math or science, and apparently making candles requires a lot of both, and we had to tweak it here and there until we got just the right formula that we were both really happy with, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the process. If you see us wearing different outfits in this video, it's because we got together many different times. I really had no idea how much was going to be involved when we started out. Thankfully, Naomi did, and the first order of business was to get just the right fragrance. So we don't want to give away too much, but we did figure out a way to use actual Hatch green chili in these candles. And by we, I really mean Naomi, because she did all the research. I just came along and I'm helping. But she figured out a way, a real genius way, to infuse the fragrance from the Hatch green chili into the, what do you call them? The oils.
Yeah, fragrance oils.
Fragrance oils.
Absolutely.
So anyway, and it's going to be perfect. It's a beautiful scent. Like, you know, when you go to, say, the Hatch chili festival every year, and you're standing by those chili roasters, it's really cool, and it evokes all these scents from your childhood, like, oh, we're going to eat good tonight, that sort of thing. But you don't want to stand next to the roaster all day long, because then your hair and your clothes are going to smell like smoke.
You're going to smell like smoked chili.
Right. So we wanted to make sure that the candles that we make are actually, you smell just a hint of that green chili being roasted, but she balances it with some other fragrances, sort of like, how would you describe it?
Floral and smoky.
Floral and smoky.
With the best Hatch green chili.
There you go.
Scent.
Yes, it's really beautiful, and we would not share this if this wasn't something that I would like to smell in my own home. Once we had our fragrance, it was a matter of how much of it we could use based on the size of our candles.
I wanted to say the reason why I decided to start making homemade candles was because I noticed that a lot of the store-bought candles that I would buy, because I love candles, I love scented stuff, soaps, lotions, all of that. And the reason why I decided to look into it is because store-bought candles, usually by the 4th, 5th time that I burn them at home, the scent has faded away. I found out that there's a thing called hot throw, meaning that a certain percentage of wax has to be infused with a certain percentage of fragrance oil. And if you exceed the amount of that percentage of fragrance oil, then that's what happens is the 4th, 5th time that you burn the candle, the scent fades away. But if you stay within that percentage of fragrance oil, then the candles are going to stay smelling great throughout, from beginning to end, every time you burn it. Homemade candles, I love them. They're worth it. To me, it saves me money in the long run because I get what I'm really looking for and wanting and lasts long. My house smells great all the time.
Turns out there's all sorts of requirements if you're making and selling candles. For instance, you have to have warning labels that say burn within sight and keep away from children and pets, etc. Things that should go without say, but it's got to be on there. So we had to order warning labels that would fit our jars. Then there's certain things that you need to get the wicks to stay in place. They make these little sticky pads that attach the wick to the bottom of the jar, and then you use these flat sticks to keep the top of the wick centered when you pour in the hot wax. But I would have to say the trickiest part was not just measuring the wax and the fragrance precisely, but keeping a close eye on the temperature of the wax. It's amazing how much science is involved, like even the fact that I'm using this little digital thermometer. The wax, I've learned all this stuff from her, has to reach a certain temperature and then it has to cool down a certain temperature in order to add the fragrance, and there's just so much to it. So like we're waiting till it's the exact point where it needs to be, and it is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the fragrance. And then we can pour it into the mold. I really wanted you to see how carefully we hand poured the wax into each jar, because every part of this project was done by us. You know, it wasn't made in some factory, and I'm really proud of it. Of course, once the candles cooled, then came the finishing touches, you know, trimming the wicks, putting the lids on, and sticking on the labels. Then we didn't stop there. Naomi had an idea to make little chili soaps to go with the candles. She found these mini silicone molds in the shape of chilies, and she developed a fragrance just for them. Actual green chili was not used on the soaps because you wouldn't want that on your skin. She used jojoba oils that she melted with the soap, and then we literally injected the hot liquid soap into each mold. And once they cooled, we cut away any excess, but they smell really great. They lather nicely and leave your skin feeling soft, and I just think they're adorable.
This is the last one, thank goodness.
Oh my gosh. This was harder than the candles, to be honest.
It sure was.
Wow. But they came out so cute, I think. I would love to get them. Yes. Well, may God bless the work of our hands, because this definitely was a labor of love. And I also pray that whoever orders them, that they also get as much joy from them as we did just making them.
Oh yeah. And then the good thing is that my house has been smelling so good. It smells good in here, just with them laying right here. It smells wonderful. I'm excited.
Yeah. I wanted to show you the candle up close because I just think they're so beautiful. It's a 12-ounce jar, and it comes with a bamboo lid. And again, it smells good. Those of you who are familiar with the smell of green chili, you'll recognize it, but it's kind of faint. It's not in your face obnoxious. It's really, really beautiful, so that this would be something that you would have burning all day, and you'd enjoy it. And then also, just so you know, the labels that we had printed, I even drew the little green chili on there because we didn't want to just take something off the internet and face copyright issues or that sort of thing. So this is actually my own artwork, and we're calling it Green Chili Inspired. It's a 100% soy wax candle, and it is made with all the best ingredients that we could find. We didn't skimp at all. We wanted to make sure that it was a good product for you and that it's something that you would love to have or receive as a gift. If you are interested, we are going to be selling a limited number. We couldn't make a whole lot because we literally are pouring by hand, and each little soap we did one at a time. I mean, it was a labor of love, but we are going to put that limited number for sale, and you will get both the candle and the little chili soaps, sort of a gift pack for the chili lover. And you can find them on my website at marcyinspired.com. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed them, and I would be thrilled if you ordered one. It's just something that you can say it came from my kitchen and is going to your home. You know, I always think when I read comments, people are so nice, and I feel like we have really connected, and like so many of you are my real friends. I always wish that there was a way that I could send some of the food that I make to you where you could taste it, or I always wish that there was some way that we could have that connection. And so I thought, you know what, this actually will work, where you can say that I made this here in my kitchen and it's going to your home. Anyway, again, that's at marcyinspired.com. Hope you enjoyed watching this.